So we are going to squeeze this pile into this car. Wish me luck. Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. It is the middle of October now, a couple of weeks after the runoffs have been completed. And a couple things I wanted to talk about before we get into the shop tour. Appreciate everybody watching last week with the whole intake manifold discussion. Had a lot of positive feedback over the week. I really appreciate that. One thing that I did notice, and some of you have probably seen it, the pole lap for the runoffs, my pole lap, is up on YouTube. And I once it was up there, I made a note of that onto Facebook, and then all of a sudden the views went way up. Why is that? It's because most of you are not subscribed to this channel, and when these videos pop up, you're not getting a notification. So when you're done watching the shop tour today, go down there to the notification bell and subscribe to the channel, and then you'll always get to see this stuff. Because here's the other thing, the race is coming up. The runoffs race, front and rear cameras, starting from the pole, gives you a really good idea of the way that the car was working, as well as, you know, some of the full course caution stuff that was going on. So here's the other thing we're going to do. If you're a new subscriber here in the next week, we're going to pick somebody to receive a JPM shirt and also some new JPM stickers, which I'll show you guys here in just a little bit. So after the video, make sure you subscribe so you can see all these videos. I've got a lot more coming up and a really interesting project starting today, so let's get into that. All right, guys, it is... and you're going to expect me to remember what day it is. I believe it's the 14th. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the 14th. Yep. Alright guys, so back in January, had a guy call me, and he says, man, I've seen a little bit of your LS stuff that you've done. You know, I put an LS3 into an NA Miata for Brian Laughlin. Well, that's been probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. And then also put one into a really nice NB a couple of years ago for Mike Lowe out of Kansas City. Well, this guy wanted to do an ND. So he purchased, this is a 2019 Mazda MX-5 ND. Only about 4,000 miles on the car. And we're going to do an engine transplant. So this is kind of our first real video as to you know, getting a good look at the car. You know, it's actually really nice. You can see I've already started on the big brake kit here. Really big 6-piston Wilwoods, because this car is going to get a fast engine. But here's what's cool about working on these new cars. They're just so clean. I mean, everything about it's clean underneath and everything. So let's go through a few things. Let's check out the pile, because the pile is here. This is a diffuser that came from Flying Miata. That's just kind of a trim piece. And of course, for this engine we're going to be putting in, we're going to need these monster axles. These are from the Drive Shaft shop. And a differential out of it's basically a Pontiac G8 or a Holden. Yeah, I know you don't see a lot of those Holdens around too often, but here's the pile. So it was actually much larger than this before I started whittling down a little bit. You know, a Tremec from Tranzilla, 6-speed transmission, which is basically a Cadillac CTSV T56, and a 430 horse Chevrolet LS3 crate engine. So the beauty of these crate motors is that if you have basically their engine management kit, it just plugs in. You know, it doesn't really need much tuning. It's a stock engine, right? So you can put down 400 horsepower to the wheels in a Miata with a stock motor. It's the way to go. But in the meantime, lots of work to be done. Custom oil pan, pickup, of course drive shaft. We already saw the axles, all of the assembly stuff. This steering rack is out of a Camaro, and then this is all the exhaust. But there's all sorts of crazy stuff on these newer MX-5s. A CAN interface. We're going to be utilizing some of the stock ECU as well as the GM ECU. So this is going to be quite the project. After having done a couple of LS powered MX-5s, it doesn't really scare me or anything like that, but should be a really interesting project to watch here through the winter. I'm actually going to attempt to jump on it here fairly quick and kind of keep the ball rolling in between doing all of the engines that I do. So that's kind of where we're at. Now, in moving forward here, as you can see, the race car's jacked up. The wheels are off. Well, that's all I've gotten done in the last week. But it's been like 5 work days and there's 4 wheels. So jack the car up one day and 1 wheel per day, right? That's my story and I'm sticking to it anyway. In the meantime, still progressing on removing the engine and transmission from Wade McBride's car, and still waiting on a drive shaft for the Trans Am car. Man, it just takes so long to get some stuff done. But the housing's back in, and we're looking good there. Progress on the Integra. So the engine and transmission are coming out of the Integra for a transmission rebuild. And of course, if you were watching over the last couple of weeks, you know that I'm going to build a new JPM engine for this car for the new customer. So this has been a good motor. Obviously, Rick did really well with it at the runoffs, but we need to get it yanked out and move on to the next best thing, which is going to be a JPM motor, of course. So I think Eric spent some time getting his car jacked up, as you can see, working on Max's go-kart, which needed some rear wheels and tires and a rear sprocket adjustment. So a little bit of progress, you know. Start your list for the winter. You can see he started his list. He's got some parts and pieces that he is selling here, some electromotive stuff. And yeah, progress. Just got to keep chipping away all winter. Never ends. So chip, chip, chip. Once again, I appreciate you guys watching last week. It was a really good video. I had lots of feedback. Appreciate all the positive comments, and I was hoping that it would really clear the air and kind of make everybody understand exactly what happened at the runoffs. Obviously, I'm never looking to be non-compliant when it comes to going to the racetrack, and neither are any of my customers, and that's the way we do it. So that's kind of where we're at this week. Lots and lots of work to do, as well as the motors. So I still have 2 engines here to take apart. Got a 3rd order for another STL engine for the winter. Did get Perry's track day car apart, or track day engine apart, so it is in process. But yeah, this is kind of the big new thing this week. He did get these really cool Flying Miata wheels. So they look like they're, and I don't know exactly what size the wheel is, but it's at least a 9, if not a 10, with some 245 Michelins. So nice looking wheels. It's going to be a beautiful car, and of course be a bit of a sleeper because we will retain all of the stock fenders. You won't even be able to tell, except of course for the rumble out the back. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, click the subscribe button. There's always a big uptick in viewership with people once I post on Facebook, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to post every single thing that I do on Facebook. So do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button, the like button, watch the videos. We really, really appreciate it. And like I said, in the next week here, if you're a new subscriber, we'll be getting you out a special package. I'll get in touch with you and we'll find out what size shirt you are. And if you're a lady or a guy, I've got shirts for either. If you're interested in purchasing a JPM shirt, we could probably hook you up with something there as well here moving forward. So winter has begun. The 2022 racing season has begun. Let's get after it. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions, hit me up below. Happy to answer any and all questions. Hope you guys are doing good, and weather's starting to turn here. The leaves are turning. Looking forward to some good winter work and being in touch with all of you to make it through these long winters. So take care. Talk to you next week. Thanks.